Hey, good afternoon, everybody. How y'all doing? Y'all know who this is. This your boy, Rob Thomas Jr., and this is the real news behind the news, boys and girls. Oh, yeah, man, today is turned out to be a hot but beautiful Sunday, July 13th, 2025, here in Shreveport, Louisiana. But I want to tell y'all about the probably the greatest book ever written, and we will never get to hear the story of. Man, I'm gonna start off by saying when I was at Pine Grove Elementary back in the '70s, growing up at Pine Grove, man, on the Cook Road was some beautiful times. And one of the most beautiful times when I was at Pine Grove was when I was in the fifth grade. When it rained outside and we couldn't go outside for recess, we had what was called rainy day duty, where the fifth graders get to go down to the first, second grade and read stories to the first, second, third, and fourth graders, the kindergarten. We used to go down there and read books. And me being about 7, 8, I used to look forward to seeing the joy in those little kids' eyes, even though I'm not that rich much older than them, but even though they couldn't go outside, hey, here comes somebody to read us a book. And you should just see the wonder and fascination in their eyes of what this book was going to be about. Who the principal characters in this book, what's the plot, because we used to teach them about the plots and all that, the ending, the beginning, the plot, the crescendo. We used to teach them all that, man. But anyway, let me make this story short. To see the joy in their eyes and how they hung on every time you turned that page and the book got deeper and deeper. And at the end, whether it was a happy story, they would clap. But if it was a sad story, which they wouldn't let us read too many sad stories, but if it was a sad story, they had tears in their eyes. The one book that we all, as American children of this great mother America, wanted them to read to us. They promised us on a rainy day they were going to come and read this book to us. Donald Trump promised us, I'm going to be there to read this book. It's going to be a horror story. I can't read it at bedtime because this shit will give you nightmares. But I'm going to read the book called The Epstein Files. And made that promise, got in political office, and now he was getting ready to read that book, and he had to go basically do a pre-reading to see did it have any cussing or anything in it. It had a lot more than cussing. It had fucking in there. It had stories, horror stories. If they would have read that book to us, probably 3/4 of your world leaders would be in prison. Bad as we wanted him to come and read that book to us so we can know how perverted was Bill Clinton when he made 26 trips in that book to Epstein Island. We all wanted to hear that. We just wanted to hear it because this book here, like a lot of fiction, it was going to be a true story. And we as little children were looking forward to hearing how sick and perverted, but most control, how captured our politicians are. Man, we wanted to hear that book. All of a sudden, Donald Trump gets the book, and just before he gets ready to go down there to read it to us on rainy day duty, he started reading that book for the first time himself. And he was like, page 23. And Donald Trump took the little girl, wait a minute, page 27. And after him and Bill Clinton came out the room with the little girl and the little boy, hold on, no. And he started reading the book, realized, man, if I read this book, basically, that was their way of showing all of us their shit that in America, we are definitely not allowed to know, because if we had that book read to us, 3/4 of our politicians worldwide would be in prison behind the stories in that book. That lets you know that you are state captured. Let me give y'all a little game and I'm in this video. Jeffrey Epstein was a Mossad agent, y'all. This man had hundreds of billions that we don't know where he got them from. Well, we do. He got it from the state of Israel, the CIA. His job was to catch your politician and all these people of power in positions where they could not ever, if they wanted to help you, they couldn't do it, because it means if they went against the people who wrote this book, they would probably not only never get another office, but they could be in prison. So again, with this Democrat and Republican bullshit, that we think we got two different parties now. You got one big old butt. You got a left ass cheek, you got a right ass cheek. Then you got an asshole. The Democrats and the Republicans, they still on the same ass. But we the asshole, because we the ones that get all the shit. So what y'all got to realize, the greatest book ever written has now been told to us that the story is not worth us hearing. Y'all stay tuned. I'm going to do a little bit longer video about this, but y'all pay attention. Trump is so heavily implicated in that book. They say, okay, we're going to let you read this motherfucker. And once you read it, tell us, do you really want us to go down there to the 3rd, 4th, 5th graders and read this book for rainy day duty? Y'all be blessed.